Christina, and this video, exercise video, will include all these different activities, physical activities that I've been doing for over 40 years, from when I was a teenager till today. And it's on my website called AxiaOmega, and I'll tell you a little bit about AxiaOmega. Axia comes from a Greek word, but it's a feminine version of it. The Greek word is axio, and axio means that you are done something greater than anybody else. So why should it only have a masculine connotation? Let's have it as a female one, like AxiaOmega. And so I'm going to show you different exercises that I do to work on your arms, your abs, your core, your gluteus maximus, and your legs. And they're simple exercises. Anybody in any type of shape that you are, you can do it, because I will show you what to do for you to get arms like this. This doesn't require a lot of weights to be picking up. It just requires doing consistent, what I call calisthenics exercises. And so my friends have all asked me to do this, so I am doing it now. This will be for 30 minutes, and so just follow along. The first tip I'd like to give you is dress like an athlete. You don't have to be wear beautiful matching clothes, but dress like you want to work out. Dress with clothes that sort of a fitting. You can wear a loose t-shirt, or you can wear, I love these because I don't bounce. And you know what? You don't want to bounce because you never know what's going to happen with your chest later on. So I don't like to bounce. So I wear these nice spandex that I get at any store. And then I like to wear these also spandex pants because they don't get in my way. I can just do movements. And of course, I'm really proud of what I do, so I color coordinate myself. I believe I'm a fashionista. You do whatever works for you, but be proud of what you wear when you work out also. And so I'm going to start with a couple of just warm-ups. The first thing, you can do this every single day. I do it the minute after I get up, and I tell the universe and myself what I'm grateful for while I'm in bed. I get up, I look out my window if I have a window, and if you don't, just do it in place and do these kind of stretches. So basically, what you do with your legs are you just kind of put them out like a duck feet a little bit, and don't spread too wide, but the point of this is a big, good, deep stretch. So you go one, and notice my knee is pushed down. You can go as far down as you want or not. And then I go to the other one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do 20 of these. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Everything I'm going to do, it will be 20s. And the reason for it is because you do it to your pace, and when we start using weights, you use whatever weights you want, but I do 20s. 20's an easy number to remember, and it's a good repetition. So the next thing I do is I'm just going to do a few extra little stretches. The most important part of your body is your core, and your core is part of your abdomen, and it's right here. So when you stand, put your shoulders back and kind of contract a little bit so that you feel your core. Your core is really important. Your core is the nucleus of where all your other muscle parts work. So hold your core in. I'm going to give you a side profile so you can see. The core is right here. When I exercise, I'm always holding my core in. What I've learned to do is even when I walk or sit, I hold my core in. That's a secret. The secret is that's one of the best abdominal exercises ever. This is holding that in is one of the best. And another thing is when you hold your core in, then you can be tightening your glutes. And those are just holding them in is an exercise. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of like stretches, but they're not just stretches, they're exercises. So I'll put my legs like this and then I'll turn a little bit so you can see. So I always start with shoulder part, and then I take my arm and I breathe. Breathing is really important. So breathe. Put your arms over your head. Put them down. Put your arms over your head as you breathe. And put them down. Now notice, I'm contracting my arms. I'm not just going like this. And also, because I'm holding my core in, I am tightening my glutes. And because I'm tightening my glutes, I've bent my knees a little bit so that I'm tightening my quads. So that tightening is an exercise. So we're always so mistaken that we have to be moving to do an exercise, but just standing still and tightening is an exercise, especially your core. So we're gonna breathe again. So put your shoulders back, put your core, tighten your glutes, tighten your quads, and let's do it again. Over our heads, reach up as much as you can. Imagine that light coming through the crown of your head. Do it again. Again, this is an exercise. So we're gonna do this a few times. We can do it 20 times if you want, but I like to do a few times because it helps me with my breathing and it helps me loosen up my shoulders. And so now we're going to do some bending exercises, which lead up to then bringing the weights in. It's really important to come into your workout with slow movements, warming yourself up. So the bending exercise I'm going to do right now is you can have, notice I'm in my living room. You can do it any place. Always have something firm, your wall or something. And so when I do my bending exercises, again, the first step, I'm going to do 3 different positionings of my feet. My first are shoulder width apart. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in the side is remember how we did the arms up? Notice my core is tight. I'm tightening. And the way I'm doing that is bending my knees a little bit so you don't put a lot of strain in your back. I'm tightening. Remember those kugels they used to make us do after or before we had a child? Well, they really work. So let's pretend we're doing that, but just keep it tight. Now your arms are up because we already put them up. And so what I'd like you to do is make your arms and your head one. Start with your core right here and go down till you're almost a U, an L, like this, a right angle, as much as you can. I bet just holding that for a while is going to be hard, but you will get even better with it. And then we just drop from our core. Again, this is an exercise because you're tightening every single muscle. Let's do it again. That is such a great core exercise, an abdominal exercise, an arm exercise because you're holding your arms tight over your head. So let's do that a few times. We're gonna go back down here. We're gonna go down to the floor. And then we're gonna snap up like a right angle. And then we're going up again. And then let's bring our arms down. Okay, so we did it with our feet like this. Now let's do it with our feet out. The reason why I changed my feet position is because you use different muscles. So you're using these muscles. Always you're using your glutes. Hold your core in. Again, let's start here. Tighten your arms. Just tighten them. Just visualize that you're tightening them. Now let's go up. Over our head. Okay, now we're going to hold on to our hands just to kind of give you balance, and then we're going to go down slowly. And remember, do a right angle, but look at your feet now are out. And now I go down, I take a deep breath, I go up slowly, I snap into that right angle, and then I head up again. So I'm not going to do that 20 times, but you should be doing it 10 to 20 times every single day whenever you think about it. If you're sitting at a desk and you're working, get up and just do these kind of stretches. The important thing is that you're constantly aware of your core. Tighten your core, tighten your arms, tighten your glute. And we're going to do it one more time, like almost spread apart, because you should be doing, and I'll have this up on my website, you should be doing this in several different leg positions. And so we'll do it again. Focus on your core, raise your head, put your shoulders back, and let's go up. Hold on to our arms, and then remember, go down with your core, bend your knees a little bit so you don't put strain in your back, and then drop it. The only time you don't have to hold your muscles in is when you drop it. Now, as you raise, hold your stomach in as much as you can. You do your right angle, and then up. Guess what? We've done 10 minutes already. We have 10 minutes more. So I'm going to come right into the arm exercises. So pick up any kind of weight that you want. So I'm going to pick up 5. When I'm at the gym, I do the same kind of exercises I'm doing here. And then I augment it with some weights that are on the machines. The machines are great because they do the same thing as what I'm doing. And they kind of help you stay a little bit more disciplined. So I've got 5-pound weights. You can do this with no weights. It's just the repetition. So again, I like to put my most favorite position in exercising is to put my legs out about shoulder width apart, but putting my feet out. Why? It gives me a good balance. I hold my core in, I tighten my glutes and my quadriceps, and I hold these weights. And we're going to do a series of these weights. I do 20 of everything. The good news is that when you go out and do your aerobics, like walking or running, not cycling, but one of those two, you can be doing the same thing without weights, exactly what I'm showing you. Either while you're walking or towards the end of your workout, like when I run, I do my walking for the last maybe 200, 300 feet, and then I do these exercises every single time. And you can too, and you can do this without your weights. So we're gonna start. The first thing I would like you to do is hold them as close as you can to your waist, almost like you're just resting your forearms on your waist. So go down and up. We're doing 20 of these. I have to tell you something, that you don't have to do more than 20. You don't have to do 3 repetitions of each, because you are just doing arms, shoulders, and also back exercises now. So do 20 of these. I think I'm up to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we're going to keep the weights in our arms, or if you're not using weight, that's okay. Doesn't matter what size weights. I suggest they're not really heavy, because you want to be able to move your arms. Just move your arms. That's it, with resistance. So the next one that I love to do is the following. I love to take the weights to my shoulders, I put out my wings, and I go out as best I can. As you can see, I might be struggling a little bit just to get those weights out, but I guarantee that doing these repetitively, and if this is too much for you with these weights, throw the weights down and do it without. I will do a few without that so you can see. As I said to you, many times I'm doing these exercises without weights because it's after my run or a walk and I am just moving my upper body. So we're going to do 20 of these. I believe we're at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So stop here. Do not put your arms down if you don't have weights. Just don't. Just pay attention to your core, pay attention to your shoulders that they're back. And so now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to put these over our head. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. My arms are getting tired. 5, 6, but don't stop. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to stop at 12 just because a lot of you have never done that before, but build up to 20. But if you do 12 of everything, you're doing a great job. If you find that your arms are getting too tired, are you still holding them up like this? You should. This is an exercise. The next one we're going to do is the chest press. I love these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, don't let them down. All right, you can rest them now. Let's just put them down for a little bit because I bet your muscles are hurting because mine are too. All right, this is an easy one that you can kind of segue into and it still works. And it's the same one, biceps, and do one at a time like this. This one's easy, it's repetitive. Remember, your core has to be tight, your glutes have to be tight, your quadricep, your legs should be tight because you're exercising those too. All right, so we've done about 10 or 15 of those. The next one that I'd like to do is, let's just raise our arms up from the side of our bodies up. Do as many of these as you can. I'm going to tell you that I'm only doing 12 today because my arms are starting to hurt. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yay, you did it. Wow, my arms are really hurting, but guess what? The point of all of this is repetition, even if you don't have weight. So now I'm going to do the same thing. My arms are down. Remember your core is tight and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great. Remember, it's not the amount of the bars or the weights, it's just the repetition. So you can just do that without any weights at all. I'm going to show you one of my most favorite ones because what it does is the following. You see this? We call it the turkey arms. Everybody gets it. Everybody but 20-year-olds. But everybody gets it. And the only way you can get rid of that, if you're on a good diet, is exercising that. And the way that I do it, and I've learned to do it, is I take a weight, I put my leg back, any leg. You could do it with the inflatable ball. I love doing it on the inflatable ball, but I don't have it right here. Grab your weight. Kind of remember the right angle we were doing? Go as deep as you can. Secure yourself by putting your legs like this. Put this arm, hold your core in, really important. Put this arm here, and then it's close to your body, and this is all you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is so important here. If you do nothing else, even if you just do it without any weights at all, it is so important to do. That one, do not forget to do that one. And I guarantee that you will have firmer arms. Now we're going to do it this way, but because I'm not leaning on something else, you please lean. You don't have to lean if you have good balance, but you please lean. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Again, you don't even need to have weights. It is the movement. Again, put your body almost in a right angle, balancing with your legs. Tighten your core, tighten your glute, and do it as many times as you can. If you can't bend over like that because you're with a crowd and you still want to do it, stand up and just do it. That's all you have to do. The movement is going back. The reason why you bend is because it puts you in a perfect position for you to do that. But you could be sitting in the car and you can be doing it. You can be doing it anytime you want. Yeah, nobody knows what you're doing because you're doing what I call the turkey trot. It gets rid of those turkey arms. All right, we've got about 8 minutes more to do. So I'm going to continue doing upper arm, shoulders, arms, glutes, and abs work while you're doing this exercise. So don't let anybody fool you. We'll do another class, just abs. I know women hate doing abs, but guess what? You can do ab exercises just by sitting and holding your stomach in, by walking, holding your stomach in. I guarantee you keep doing that, your stomach will start getting smaller. Your abs will start pumping out because it's an exercise. And then add a few sit-ups and add a few ab exercises. I'll show you a quick one with the weights. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you, again, we're working the triceps. I call it the turkey arms. So the important thing is, I'd like you to do this when you're sitting on something or sitting. So you can sit on the edge of your seat, or I'm going to stand up so you can see exactly what I'm doing. But what you're doing is the following. You take your weights. You don't need weights if you don't want them, and it doesn't matter what size weights they are. These are 5 pounds. You put them over your head. See, they're right by my ears. And I go down, down. That's 2. That's for your triceps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to stop at 12 because I want to do something else as well. Remember, hold your core in. I'll show you how I do it this way. So you can see my arms are by my ears, and my arms are getting very tired because they're being exercised. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a break, which you can do too. You can always pause, go get some water. For me, 30 minutes means let's just do 30 minutes. But for everybody, and for me too, this is not a torture. It should be fun and relaxed. If you have to take a break between each one of these sets of exercises, take a break. It's up to you. Do some positive reinforcement. that you're not torturing yourself, that this is good for you, and you're circulating the blood in your system, and those muscles are being pumped up the way they should be. So we take the two weights, because when you put, your triceps are one of the strongest parts of your arms when you really build it up to. You take them over your head like this. Put your arms close to your ears. Remember, bend your knees a little bit. Hold your core in, so you're not doing this. No way. You're doing this. Legs, shoulders apart, and now go down. 1, 2. That's why I like you to sit down when you're doing this, because it balances you and you don't knock yourself off with hurting your back or twisting your back. I'm going to show you again on the side how it looks. You go back, back. And if you can't do two weights, do one weight. I'm going to stop and do one weight. Because the point is, it's the repetition. That's the point. And you do a few of these. And the more you do, the better. The weights only help you add resistance. All right, so those are triceps. Now I'm going to show you some quick weight exercises to work on whittling that waist. I love it. So again, you put your feet shoulder apart, and you hold your weights or just your arms right here, and you're going to pretend you're carrying a plate. I love this, that you're a waiter and your arms are so close to you, and you are just going to take that plate, and you're not moving anything. Do you see anything but my arms and my waist moving? You can do these really fast. I guarantee that you do these and you'll start seeing your abs cut a little bit, or at least see those muscles getting a little bit tighter. And these still work on your arms. So you can do many of these. These are so easy to do. You can do them without weights, you can do them with weights. And now I'm going to show you what you do also. It's a series of these. You bend a little bit, and now you're doing the obliques, the sides of your abs. And you keep doing that. And do a few of these. These are easy. And I'm telling you, they will do wonders for your waist. Let's do the other side, because we only have a couple more minutes left, and I want to leave you with some really positive thoughts. Remember, you're a waiter or a waitress, and this is what you're doing. You're just moving your arms so that you are focusing on your core and your abs. All right, I'm putting the weights down, and now for the last part of this, I want you to recall that I like to put my legs out a little bit. It gives me balance, because as we age, our balance isn't that good. And so I am going to put my arms in this position, because I love the way my arms, tell yourself, I love the way my arms, your arms are going to be hurting you possibly tomorrow or the next day. Don't stop, just use weight, don't use weights. Just keep doing this repetition. And so let's do this again. Now that you have these exercised arms, they're pumped up. Okay, let's do it. All right, take a deep breath. We're gonna put it over our head as if we're surrounding ourselves. Put our arms together so we have a total circle around our head. Put your head up. Take that energy from above. Your arms did a great job today. Let's put them down again. Take a deep breath. Do it again. Exhale when you put your arms up. Inhale when you're putting your arms down. Exhale. Whatever you do, it works. Inhale outside and down again, but do it with intention. That's the point, intention. We have a few more seconds to go before we end this. When you walk, put your two fingers together and walk with your arms. Be proud of showing your body, regardless of how it looks. because you are working out to make yourself even better than you are, mind, body, soul, and heart. And all of this, I can feel my heart racing because it's great cardio also. And so remember, walk with intention. Hold your core in. Put your shoulders back. Next time I'll show you an exercise on how you straighten your back so your core is your strength. I want to say, I'm Christina, AxiaOmega, Olimas imaste Axia. We are all of a higher level vibration. Quarantine or no quarantine or self-quarantine, whatever it is, our muscles are not quarantined. Have a blessed day, stay safe and protected, and continue taking care of yourself. I'm Christina Andrianopoulos with AxiaOmega, and I am thrilled to be able to offer these series of exercises and body movements and toning and calisthenics to focus on how we can keep ourselves toned and in shape as we age. You could be aging from your 20s to your 30s, from your 30s to your 40s, 40s to your 50s, 50s to your 60s, 60s to your 70 and beyond. It doesn't matter. We have so much knowledge today that we can sustain what we do, keep ourselves in shape, motivate ourselves, and bond together so that we can all help each other. Please visit me on my website, AxiaOmega.com. I will be putting many different tips, not only for exercise and movement, but also recipes, and I'd love your feedback, so please put comments on the comment pages as you see that through YouTube or whichever medium where you're watching it on. Put comments and tell me what you'd like to see next. Again, I'm a regular person. I've just been always conscientious about working out and taking care of myself and eating well while I work 40 to 60 hours a week at times. But it doesn't matter. Just make your physicality really important to you. And the exercises I showed you today, and I will continue showing you, are ones that you can do by sitting, moving in your car. For example, I'm doing it right now, and you can too. Thank you very much for watching, and please share this with everybody you know. Have a blessed day.
There's a way we can survive. There's a way we can get close to flying.